But you see, when you mess up your morning, afternoon will catch up with you. So the afternoon is what? Is for earning income. It's for earning a living. You see, there are many things that should happen in afternoon that if it does not happen, you are late, you are behind schedule. By the time you are 50 years old, you should not be a tenant. So if you are 50 years here, you are still paying rent. Your life is already behind schedule. To many people, you discovering the path and walking the path guarantees your arrival, because everyone can become wealthy. We then establish the fact that developing investment mentality, which we have already examined, is the doorway into the pathway. So once you develop investment mentality, the door opens. But when you enter into that pathway, there are now 3 stops on that pathway, which we call the 3 bus stop on the pathway to wealth. So we dealt with the first and the second, and we're still on the second. So first one is what? Financial intelligence. And we said that you need to have 5 different kinds of education in order for you to become financially successful and to be all that God wants you to be. You need academic education, you need professional education, you need financial education, you need spiritual education, and you need personal or health education. And we said that that financial education is what is missing in the life of a lot of people. And when it comes to financial education, you have to continue to learn and learn and learn and learn, because there is no graduation. Then went to the second stop, which is financial planning. Financial planning. And we said that in financial planning, you need to understand that in order for you to be all that you're supposed to be, you need to plan, because no one will plan your life for you without your direct involvement. Then we looked at the ADC: ascertain your location, determine your destination, and choose your vehicle. Then we said that when it comes to financial preparation, there is a very, very important aspect, which is what we're going to look at today, which are the 4 major seasons in the life of every individual. So in your financial plan, you have to consider the seasons of your life. In your financial plan, you have to consider the seasons of your life, because that will help you in knowing how to navigate your way. So we want to look at that today. If we're able to complete that, we continue and look at some of the laws. So number 1, there are 4 seasons in the life of every individual, and these 4 seasons needs to be well understood so that you'll be able to effectively manage the seasons of your life. So the first season of your life is what we call the morning of life. Morning. That's the first 25 years of your life. So the first 25 years of your life, you are in the morning season of your life. Now, once you understand the power of seasons, there's a single parent here with 2 children, and you've been crying to God. There's something that needs to be done that you need help about. You've been crying to God about it, but God just said, I'm sending help to you this week. So I don't know who you are, but He's sending help to you this week. And you are going to come to this altar to testify. In the name of Jesus. He said, I have seen your tears, I have heard your cry, and I'm sending help to you this week. In the name of Jesus. So the first 25 years of your life is what we call the morning. It's the morning. You are in the morning season. And that is when you are supposed to be learning. So the morning of your life is for learning. So you are supposed to learn a lot of things that will now help you in the next phase of your life. One of the major reasons why a lot of people don't turn out the way they are supposed to turn out is because they mess up the morning of their life. You see, the price you refuse to pay in the morning, you will pay in the evening with interest. The price you refuse to pay as a youth, you will pay as an adult with interest. And that is why I always say to you that it is better to endure the discipline of learning than to have to face the pain of regret. It's better to endure what? The discipline of learning. Because see, in order to learn, it's going to school, lecturer, 200 of you in a class, Lecturers say you must buy handouts. You have to sometimes put your leg in the water so that you will not sleep. All those using in our days, we used to use candle and lantern. You go through all that stress, then there will be strike, then there will be court riots, and then there will be all kinds of things that your parents don't have money to pay, and then you have to go and borrow. You go through all that pain. And after you go through that, you finally get the certificate to get a job. You have to be applying and applying. But it's better to go through that one than to now become 45 without any degree, 45 without any certification, 45 without any skill, and you are now regretting that I wish that I had done what I was supposed to do. So there are people today that are going through what we call the pain of regret. The pain of regret. But it's because they did not focus on the discipline of learning. There are people today that are in their 50s, they are not married. Because when they were young, they were just playing around. They thought that they were macho men. Everything is skirts. They were playing around. They thought they were conquering territories. Now they are in their 50s. Nobody wants to marry them because they have played too much, and now they are regretting it. Some of them are ladies. They were young, going out with other people's husband, carrying sugar daddy, doing aristo, doing runs. But now they are regretting it. They wish that they can go back to when they had not started messing up. So the morning season of your life is what? Is for learning. So by the time you are 25 years old, you must have the certification or the skill or the knowledge or the experience you can use to start earning a living. You must have it. Either the certification, the skill, the experience, or the knowledge that you will use to start earning a living. But there are many people today, they are in their late 20s, early 30s. What is your vision for your life? I don't know. I've not discovered my vision for my life. Okay, what can you do? Anything. I can do anything. What's that? Anything. What is anything? It's because the morning has been messed up. Many of you are listening to me right now. You are young. And one of the things I've come to realize is that elderly people in the church, they honor and respect what I say because they realize that, if I had had this man in my life 30 years ago when I was 20, when I was 30. But you see, the young people, they are playing around. They take it light because they have not suffered before. But you don't have to suffer what your parents have suffered. God has given you an opportunity that at your young age, as a teenager, I don't know how you feel. But every Sunday, as that young girl, our daughter was leading prayer, every Sunday we have all these young people who've been doing that now for like 10 years. We bring young people so that they can begin. Because I started this church at 25. So why should we not have 25-year-old senior pastor or 25-year-old resident pastor? Hello, tell your neighbor. If you are not ready for a young person to be your pastor, begin to think again. No? Hello? Because I can just show up now and bring a senior pastor, 28-year-old girl, and say, this is our senior pastor now. I can come now and say, our resident pastor is this 26-year-old. So if you don't ready, because the Jesus that you are serving, was he not 33 years old when he died? And you are still bowing to Jesus, bowing to a 33-year-old boy. Hello? Are you getting what I'm saying now? So listen and listen. When I see these people, I'm like, God, thank you. Out of the mouth of babes and suckling, you have ordained strength. There are people still playing around out there, 30, 40, they don't know God. So it's a joy when you are able to learn and get the right information in your young age because it reduces your mistakes. It reduces your mistakes. There are people today that are adults. The major challenge of their life is that their past is still catching up with them. Mistakes they have made that they wish they never made. When I went to the Kirikiri prison with my wife and some of the evangelists for that outreach in December, I think it was, I don't know the date, but it was December that we went there. When we got there, this man was in church on Wednesday. He was crying. He said, I came on Sunday. They say you are not around. That I've been released. Now, I remember him vividly. But he's not the only one I remember. In fact, the guy that is like the pastor there also came. And when we finished, he said, Pastor, please, that many of us, this guy killed his wife. So is there death row? His mother is put there for mother. I mean, I didn't know much about the story. So I said, so it was when I left there, I went to Google the case and I saw him. He said, Pastor. He said it before everybody. He said, Pastor. He said, many of us, it's just one mistake that we made. 1. 5 minutes mistake. Oh, you were there. You were there. He said, just 5 minutes mistake that we made. And the rest of our life, we are here for life, waiting for death. He said, so Pastor, please, as you live here, you have prayed for us, help us. We have learned our lesson. That they should not judge the whole of our destiny because of 1 5 minutes mistake. So when we are talking to you people, you know the year. You think you are wise. You think that you know better. You think you are more intelligent than adults. You are more intelligent than your parents. Listen to me. No matter the knowledge you think you have because of Google and AI and ChatGPT, you can never have the experience of elders. What an elder will see sitting down, if you stand on a tree, you won't see it. So the morning is what? Is for learning. Do you know there are many of you right now, the kind of money you are making now, your parents did not make it. But you are buying iPhone. You are buying phone of 800,000, 1.5. Are you all right? And 1 plot of land you don't have. Your parents made the same mistake. Oh, dodgy. You will not know dodgy award. Your parents made the same mistake in the 70s. They got money. They married second wife. They were buying KDK fan, buying Dazoo, buying Citron, buying Dekumagolo, kilometer, Volkswagen, B2s. Hey, but today now they can't even afford the car. They can't book Uber. The same your parents. You think that, look, listen to me. There are people in this church in the 60s, in the 70s, they were in UK. Hello, they are still here. Some of them are still here. That when I travel, Pastor, you know, in 1974, I'm in Trafalgar Square, and I'll be looking at you, Trafalgar. So you have gone to London. Look, I'm telling you. So as you are making money now, all this one you are buying bone straight, look, your life is not even straight. Some of you brothers, you have 3 answered like 419. He says because there is no network. Do you have a network to heaven? That you are concerned about physical network? Hello? Now is the time to gather money and invest. Because in the morning is what? Learning. Let's go to the afternoon. The afternoon of life is the next 25 years. From age 26 to 50. Your afternoon has come. Hello? Afternoon has come. What do you do in the afternoon? It's for earning. But do you know there are people now in their 40s still looking for a job? Hello? In the last 3 months alone, we have employed different people in different organizations that I have a part of, that I'm a part of. And we have had to employ, if I'm one, is my age mate that came to apply for driver. So my son said, Daddy, it's your age. So I said, sorry, Oga, can you do this job? Are you strong? He said, I'm strong. I'm strong. Do you think at 45, at 54, 55, looking for a job as a driver is a destiny? But you see, when you mess up your morning, afternoon will catch up with you. So the afternoon is what? Is for earning income. It's for earning a living. You see, there are many things that should happen in afternoon that if it does not happen, you are late, you are behind schedule. By the time you are 50 years old, you should not be a tenant. So if you are 50 years here, you are still paying rent. Your life is already behind schedule. You mean that at 50, half a century, a year, half a century has gone. 1 plot you don't have, a bungalow, just even 1 room and parlor, you have not been able to put together. Something has gone wrong. By age 50, your wife should not be getting pregnant. You should have finished giving birth to all the children you want to give birth to at 50. But do you know that people that are 50 that are not married? Hello? They are not married. That's why I always tell you to pray that prayer. Satisfy me early, oh God. Psalm 17 verse 1. Make haste, oh God, to deliver me. Make haste to help me, oh God. Because if you marry at 52, we'll give thanks. But you are late. If at 56, you give birth to your first set of triplets, we will testify, we will book it as testimony, but you are late. Hello? I'm telling you, you are late. At 54, that's when you will now be waking up to be doing breastfeeding in the middle of the night, changing papa. Go normal. You will now be going to PTA meeting like a grandfather. Hello? So these are things you need to think of. You see, money matter is not just about money, it's about managing the seasons of your life. Because there are many things you are trying to do in your 50s that the energy is no more there. Do you know that when you are young, you can be insulted, it's not an insult? Rain can beat you, it's not an insult. If you are 28 now, you go to a place, the secretary insults you. You won't feel anything. Say, my sister, now, I beg now. Say, you don't have appointment. You say, hey, help your daughter, help your friend. If rain beats you now on your way to interview at 26, you will just feel like it's part of life. But imagine that you are 54. You now get to an office and a 26-year-old receptionist say, hey, Baba, you don't have appointment. Get out of here. You know the pain. Because you will just be thinking, in my life, this one, it will be more painful. When you come out and rain is beating you, your bone is already cracking, rheumatism. So listen and listen well. The afternoon season is for what? It's for learning. So when we are telling you marry early, when you are 25, once the morning is over, afternoon is for what? Marriage and children. That means you have 25 years to marry and give birth to all the children you want to give birth to. Speak to yourself. When the men are now coming, and this one has scale leg, this one has bow leg, this one has straight leg, you are picking and choosing like somebody in a buffet. By the time you are now 36, anything, Lord. Anything, Lord. You now become Sister Desperado. Ordinary, what is your name? You think it's a proposal. They are only asking for your name. That's not the proposal. Hello? Make up your mind. As a young man now, you are beginning to make little money. Browse. Pray. Have a desire to marry. Begin to pray for God to lead you and begin to browse. And pick a normal woman that God will lead you to so that together you start life. So that as you are earning that 280, she's earning 70 or 120, you can begin to plan together with the 350. But you will not hear. Oh. It's those ones that their eyes are doing like this. That their nails will choke your destiny. The one that the maintenance, the cream they are using alone. Your monthly salary cannot buy one tube. They are not bleaching, you know, they say it's toning. That's the one your eye, your eye will be looking for what is beyond you. You will not say, all these women are after money. Not all women are after money. Look for your size. Look for your size. Look for your size. Stop being covetous. There are a lot of homely girls, homely ladies that can enter one room with you. They are not looking for flat or duplex. One room. Not the one that will bill you. Just to go on a date, 10 million, 20 million. People that if you put their father, mother, and their own lineage together, to call us as one, they need 500,000 back. Do you know that there are people that even if kidnapper kidnap them, it's bad business. They will now be coming to social media and say, I will bill you. Bill what? See your life. Which certificate do you have? What wisdom? What have you done with your life that you are billing somebody? If they give you 10 million like this, you go sleep. So you see 10 million like this, you go sleep. Hello? So my brother, we're going to deal with some of these things at the beach. I'm going to be having singles clinic. So I'm going to be handling the singles. I'm not talking to married people. They are too much. Let them Pastor Tayo, them Pastor Charles be handling those ones. If single people I want to talk to because the one whenever scatter, whenever I bend, make we settle. Because the Bible says what God has joined together. What of the one where God not joined together? So that we'll stop so that you not go and join yourself. There are a lot of powerful babes in this church. Matured, godly, homely, wife material. But your eye no go see that one. You saw these chuke, worldly sisters that cannot fast, that cannot pray. All these people that don't know God, that's the one your eye will be following until they will follow your life. Hello? So what are we saying? So many of you are listening to me right now. You are either in the morning or you are in the afternoon. Let's go to the evening. Even if I don't finish, let's go to evening. What's the evening of life? Evening is the top 25 years of your life. It's the mentoring phase. From age 51 to 75. You know, many of us, we look young. Look at our senior pastor now. By 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, the man will be 57. 57, as he look. Janjala like that. Don't be deceiving yourself. Everybody will be looking you up. Sometimes will wear cover. Look at your pastor with the pot belly that refused to go. The man is going to be 55. Oh, hello. So we can wear jeans, we can wear canvas, but evening has come. Evening has come. If everybody is deceiving you, oh, pastor, you look nice, pastor, you don't look your age. You better don't believe those lies. They are politically correct statements, but it's not factual. Hello, it's not factual. You can say, okay, I'm 65, but I look 45. Just they play. When you are alone by yourself, you know by yourself, that you are no more young. Hello, you know. So don't let anybody deceive you. By the time you get to evening, you are supposed to be turning around to be mentoring the next generation. But can you give what you don't have? How can you mentor people when you are being tormented? When the mentor needs mentoring, when the deliverer needs deliverance, can you give what you don't have? Can't you see that there are a lot of people that are old and they are shameful, aging shamefully? They are putting problem on their children. Why do you think Africa is where Africa is? One of the problems of Africa is what we call the black tax. Where parents that have messed up their own morning and afternoon will now use their evening to mess up the morning of their children. Chineye, if not be this breast where you suck, your mama they die, you never send money for my food, though. Hey! Mommy, see your life. The child you gave birth to is the one that will feed you. Because these are the problem, the virus that has kept us down. You know, Yoruba people are very terrible people. You know Yoruba people, very terrible people. I'm not a Yoruba man, no. My name is Olumide Emmanuel from Isalegbe in Ogun State. I'm a kingdom man. Yoruba people will not have money to gather to do business. But when there is burial, money will show up. When there is wedding, money will show up. Something is wrong with these people. These Yoruba people, they need deliverance. I'm telling you. They will now tell you, do you know what I mean? That's when the grass cutter, when the grass cutter is old, he will be sucking the breast of his child. Is that not incest? That's why many people give birth to children they cannot train. Because they are hoping that taking it, and if this one don't make her, this one go make her. So that at least if I have like 6 children, even if there are only 2 make her, that 2 will take care of a younger one. And so parents have given birth to children they cannot train. They will now put the load on your head and say you are the firstborn. Me? Never. 1997, I call family meeting. My father is there, my mother is there. 1997, I sat everybody down. I said, listen and listen well. I am not the breadwinner of this family. I'm not a baker. I don't own a bakery. Daddy, mommy, these are your children. They are my siblings. They are your children. They are not my responsibility. All of you, I'm not the breadwinner. So all of you win bread for yourself. So enter church. I'm going to begin to teach on wealth creation. I've just discovered the way out of poverty. If you are not following what we are all poor. I told you, all of us are poor now. 1997, all of us are poor. So it's not that your brother is rich. Now all of us are poor. But I want to start doing something that is called investment mentality. If I'm doing it, you better start. So that as I'm rising, you are rising. Don't think that one brother will take care of you. The first, I came to church, I said the same thing. If you are here, I said this in church to everybody. I said, I'm going to be very rich, so that you will not say, all these men of God, they collect that and offering. Which tithe are you even giving the tithe? That are not free. He says the poor people. He says it's our money there. He said all the money you have given in 1 year, can he buy diesel? So I told them then, 1997. I said, because I'm going to be very great. I'm going to be very, so that you will not say, oh, this pastor is charge money. Now, anything you like, talk. I spend my money with joy, with confidence. I don't care what anybody goes to because they labor for my money. Hello? And I said, you must begin to follow. So his Ashaka Cement was the first shares we bought. And I started announcing. Anytime I see investment, I will come. Church will announce. Church, and some people still invest. And why are you mixing church with business? You will be bringing business to the pulpit to announce to people. No verse. So I've been wanting your life change. My thinking be say, what are they do with they help me make I introduce them to you? Some will work, some will not work. I don't know say the verse you make another verse. So I beg, make another verse. I don't go announce again. Hello, my sons and daughters that come to me, I will tell them in private. Because waiting the verse, when spirit of poverty they worry you, waiting go help you, you go fight them. Now spirit of poverty. Hello. So what are we saying now? Thought says. I close with this, and I'll continue from here again next week. Now listen. I moved into our house where I live 16 years ago. Don't they? 2008. 16 years ago. Minus 16 years from my age. I moved into the house. Then I got security to be at the gates from a company. And then one day they called me from the company and they said, one of the security has gone, but they're going to send somebody else. I said, no problem. Then I went out. By the time I came back in the night, and I was, is it hooting the horn? What's the English? Papa, the hoots, I mean. Hooting the horn, owning the horn. Whatever, you understand. Whether it's owning or hooting. And they press on. Papa. All of a sudden, a man was opening my gates and was shaking like this as he was moving the gate. Look a little closer. I said, am I in my house? It's my house. So immediately I came. I said, sorry. Before I even spoke, yes. Finally, Baba. I'm lawyer. Ekomog. Biafra. I said, sorry. I said, Papa. Because I don't even know. I said, Papa, are you okay? Are you working? He said, yes. I said, how old are you? 68 young. 68 young. I said, I'm sorry. You cannot do this job. You cannot do this job. He said, I know. My son. He said, we mouth come out. He said, my son, I need this money. I said, Papa, you cannot do this job. I entered the house because how can I be in my house? I'm not even 40 yet. As a young 38-year-old boy, somebody as old as my father will now be at the gate, opening gate for me. I will not be able to sleep. My mind not go take up. So I called the people. I said, please, I'm going out tomorrow morning. When I return, I don't want to see that man there. If that man die now, they go say, now pastor kill him. See all these pastors that use people, they have used the man for ritual to grow their church. But let me ask you a question. Do you think that when people gathered as young people to talk about their dreams and future, and their dreams for the future, do you think that that man's dream was to be at the gate of somebody old enough to be his child when he will be 68? That's why I'm telling you what I'm telling you now. And God forbid, there are many things that God forbid that your stupidity will permit. There are many things that God forbid that your choices, your habits, your attitude will permit. That's why we are bringing you to this class now. So that what God has forbidden, as it is in heaven, so will it be on earth. That anything that God has forbidden, me, your pastor, I forbid it for you. And that will not be your portion in Jesus' name. Every head bowed, Lord, give me wisdom to apply all this.